Perfect. You know what? You need a close-up. Perfect. What's up, everyone? I'm Don Ferguson, and welcome to another episode of One More Pour here in the Teeqlife Media Studios. Oh, today is going to be a fantabulous episode because, you know what, I can't hide it. It's sitting right here on the Teeqlife bar. We're going to get into it. I've been wanting this for a long time, but you know what, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's give a little clue. Have you ever wondered how top bartenders can carve out the most perfect spheres of ice, and then you try it at home and it turns out horribly? Alright, maybe you haven't, but I have. I've tried to make crystal clear ice balls at home, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I never get it right. Now, you can bring that craftsmanship home, just like me, with the Rock Pro from Euhomy. This machine makes perfectly round ice spheres that are around 2.5 inches in diameter. It's a fantastic machine, and it's easy to use, and I'm going to walk you through it. And we're going to make some ice together. All right, before we get into the step-by-step play, you know, just like we're watching a game on TV, we're going to talk a little bit about this machine. It's super easy to use. Anybody, even kids, can use it at home. It even has an app that you can put on your phone. So let's say you're at the office, you're having a stressful day, boom, go to the app, start making ice, so that way it's ready when you get home. Best of all, you can actually use regular drinking water. I use purified water, I get it right out of the fridge, but you can do whatever you want. Now, with that being said, if you've tried to make clear ice at home before, you have to get distilled water or you have to treat the water in a specific way. You don't have to do this with the Rock Pro. So let's go into the basics before we get some crystal clear ice so I can enjoy a nice splash of whiskey, or maybe 2 splashes. When you first get this machine, what you want to do is just let it sit for 24 hours. You want to make sure that the refrigerant settles and it's completely ready to use. So it's going to take about 24 hours to get the setup right. After the 24 hours has passed, you want to do 3, count it, 1, 2, 3 iterations of making ice. This way you can ensure that when you have friends over or anything like that, you get the best possible results. So you want to do 1, 2, 3 iterations to get that crystal clear ice. So the first thing that you're going to do once you plug it in, you're going to see right here that it's asking you to add water. So Don, how do you add water? No problem. I'm going to show you how to do this. First thing you're going to do is pull this tub out completely. See it? It's removable, so you can clean it. Secondly, you're going to grab a bottle of water. Typically, it's going to take a little bit over 1 liter of water to fill it up to that max fill line. Now, this is really important. If you want to make those crystal clear ice spheres, ice balls, whatever you want to call them, there are some settings here. So you want to make sure that it's on crystal. Now, it does have rapid, so that's going to spit them out. There might not be crystal. I haven't used that because I want that crystal clear ice. And then it's going to have a hold button. The hold button achieves a deep chill freshness by locking in the spheres at sub-zero temperatures, and it makes sure that your ice remains at peak density when it comes to using them. So they have some buttons up here too. You have the on-off power button. Next to it you have a clean cycle. So that way it's going to clean this machine to make sure that it's continuously working fantastically. Lastly, let's say they're on hold and you want to drop those ice. You do have a drop button. There is this light button as well. And then you have Wi-Fi, so you can connect to that app. You definitely want to download that app on your phone. It would make it really easy to use. So after you fill it up with water, you're going to replace this tub, close it, and then the magic is going to start. So it takes about 90 minutes for your first batch, and that's going to be 3 crystal clear spheres. Then what's going to happen after it automatically releases them, you're going to see it, you watch it, I mean it's really cool to watch. It's going to drop those ice balls, and then what's going to happen is it's going to clean it. So it's going to get all that little residue, because sometimes there can be ice formations that are stuck on there, so it's going to continuously rinse it. So think of it like a reservoir, and it's going to recycle that water and drop those balls and then clean it for the next iteration. Then once it's ready to go, you'll see that it starts filling up once again in those metal trays to make your next 3 ice spheres. So I know what you're asking, Don, how does this do this? So it uses directional freezing to create the perfect ice sphere. And they are. We're going to show you in a minute. Think of it as invisible ice clarity, if you will. So that way when you drop that ice sphere in your glass, you see the spirit through the ice. It's really cool. Now, what's the benefit of one of these ice spheres? Well, if you go to a bar, a really nice high-end bar, they like to use these spheres because they actually melt slower. They don't dilute your cocktail or your pour of whiskey or tequila. They keep it intact. So that slow ice melting, it provides an optimum drinking experience. When the 3 iterations have done, because what will happen if you fill it up to that max level line, what's going to happen is it can do 3 sets of ice spheres. Once that is done, what I like to do is drain the remaining water and use fresh water again. And on the back of it, we're going to show you, there's actually a tube to make it super easy to drain all of that water. You can wipe it out, clean it, and get ready for your next ice making. The other great thing about it, it comes with these really nice tongs that are the perfect ratio of grabbing those out of the ice bin. So here's the final result. Let's look at this. Use your tongs and look at that. Crystal clear ice. And this was made using just regular purified drinking water. I'm going to put it in our glass right here. Let's set the tongs right here. We have it in our glass, and let's do a little pour of whiskey right over. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect. You know what? You need a close-up. Perfect. Now, another thing that I like to do is I like to make a lot of them, especially if I know I'm going to have an event or a bunch of people over. I'll make a ton of them and put them in the freezer so that way they're ready to use. I'll put them back into here, put it on hold so it keeps them completely chilled, and people can just grab the tongs and take one out as they please. Now, you don't have to use these with cocktails. You can use it with any drink. My daughter uses it with her water and soda. If you want to learn a little bit more about this Rock Pro from Euhomy, we're going to drop the website in the comments. And I do have a surprise for you. If you want to elevate your home bar, just like here, I'm going to provide a limited time discount code in the comments so that way you can pick up one yourself. And look at that. It's barely melting, so it's not diluting my whiskey, which I hate it when it does that. This is a top-of-the-line ice maker that bridges the gap between home enthusiasts and master mixologists. You know, we rate stuff here. We love to rate. 1 meaning no, I'll pass. 5 meaning absolutely, it's a must-buy. We have to give this a 5. Look at this. Look at this. I've never been able to do this at home. This is phenomenal. Well, that wraps up another episode of One More Pour here in the Teeqlife Media Studios. You know what? I'm going to enjoy this whiskey pour on the rocks and just marvel over this creation. We'll see you on the next episode.